When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Ativa and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org. When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help David and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me.
I think it might be one of the monitors.
Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did. Are you on your way to the mall? Lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Hello and welcome back to our second half, and we're so excited because we're really featuring some awesome young people today. On the second half here, we have a dynamic duo, two brothers, the Hill brothers. We've got Mr. Glenn Hill. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Good. I am doing quite well. Thanks for joining us today. And then we've got Mr. Grant Hill. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Hill, how are you today?
Doing great.
Good. I am so glad to see that you're here to make sure that he stays in order. So is that your job on the course, to make sure that his game stays on?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, good enough. We had some folks from the original group, if you will, the Mid-South Junior Golf Association, and now you all are involved in First Tee, the two of you along with our guest host here, Wesley. Tell us about, let's start with you, Mr. Grant, if that's okay. How long have you been involved with First Tee?
Well, I started with the program when I was 8 and worked my way up to a high level in the program in a short amount of time, and really enjoyed the game. It's my favorite sport and one of my passions, well, my favorite passion to do, and my goal is to be on the PGA Tour one day.
Wow. And you've said some very critical things, quite honestly, that a lot of adults don't really have a good connection with right now. You talked about getting to a high level in a short length of time and having passion. That says a lot. That says, it does say an lot for someone who's 12 years old. So you are an example of what golf does, along with good home training, huh?
Yes,
so you have to give some credit for home training too. So I really applaud you there. And you've been playing since you're 8 years old, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that sounds great. Now, who's this guy sitting next to you there?
It's my brother.
All right.
Glenn.
Okay, Mr. Glenn Hill, you're 16. How long have you been playing?
The same amount of time. We started at the same age, or not the same age, but the same time.
Okay.
I think I was 12 or 13 when I started.
Okay, great. So how do you feel about golf?
I love it. Again, it's one of my passions as well, and I have a great, deep love for the game, and I try really hard to be the best, despite whatever goes on, good or bad, and I keep it close to my heart.
Wow. You guys are setting a really high benchmark, not just for young people, but for older people alike. Because once again, when you talk about being passionate about something, it sounds like you all get up in the mornings looking forward to playing golf. Are you going to be playing all summer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, alrighty. Would you say, sometimes when you think in terms of a sport, well, let's just be specific about it, golf. Do you find that this helps you in other areas of life? And if so, Mr. Glenn, would you tell me, what does this do for you in other areas of life?
It really does help. One of the biggest things one of my biggest core values is perseverance. And when I'm out on the golf course, 18 holes and 150-degree heat, I really see who I really am. And when the tough gets going, you got to be tough to keep on going. And I've learned a lot playing this game. And it helps me I'm a trombone player, I'm in the band, and it really helps me when things aren't going well, I'm not sounding so good, that I know that I got to keep on practicing and things will turn out well. And same as in school, when I'm trying to make a really good grade on the test, I know that I need to study hard and put in the right amount of hours, and I'll get what I deserve.
That sounds great. Grant, will you tell me, what do you see as the benefit of having a brother that it sounds like he's pretty competitive, and I know that you are. I can tell just by what you've said. What are some of the benefits of the two of you being able to play golf together?
Well, I have a bigger brother, so I can learn from his mistakes and kind of do what he does, but do it in my own way and kind of get like an idea for what he does, and he can kind of help me out in tougher situations. And I have a brother up there who help me out.
Well, so we can kind of look at the two of you almost like being the Williams sisters and tennis, but it sounds like you're going to really set everybody on their heels, and so the heel name is going to be the new name in everybody's family and household going forward, huh? Is there anything that I'll ask you, Glenn, first, and then Grant, I'll have you to be thinking about it. Anything that you would like to share with any parents, as well as any young people out there that may be interested in playing golf? For example, an encouraging word for parents that has a child that might want to play golf, and something for a child. Is there anything that you could share with the audience that might be an encouragement?
Well, if they're a child, it'll be better to start at a younger age. I didn't have that benefit, but I still have time to do it. But at a younger age, I think it's easier for them to learn information more quickly and rapidly, and I think it's important to instill characteristics and life skills early at age, so when they grow older, they won't have to relearn those or learn them separately, because they'll already be instilled in their personality. And one of the biggest things is to work hard, because hard work really pays off in the end.
Right.
So I think hard work is probably the biggest thing, and perseverance and keeping the faith, because it'll get better as long as you're working hard.
Awesome. How about you, Grant? Anything that you'd like to say to our listening audience that might be good for either the parents or for the young people?
Well, if you're playing golf, you have to know that it's a tough sport, and you have to stay with it and keep on trying, because it's a tough sport to get through, and it's a lot of challenges, and they need to know that they need to keep on trying and keep on persevering. And if you work hard, you're going to get rewarded in the end.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, you all are so impressive, and I would have to say thanks to your parents, and please tell them that Ricky Tucker, Coach Rick, said thank you for all that they've done to raise two incredible young men. And not only that, but you get the opportunity to go to the first tee of Memphis, and you are in the company of Mr. Hawkins, who's doing an incredible work. Mr. Hawkins, we want to come back to you and ask you, for example, we know that you've got a summer program. Anything that you would just like to say to parents just about the sport of golf?
Well, I will, but first I'd like to brag on these two gentlemen sitting to my right. Grant here just won a junior tournament in Ohio last year, so we're going to go to Ohio and do what, Grant?
Win.
We're going to go to Hawaii, Ohio, and defend our tournament. And Glenn just received, I talked to his father, he just received some of the highest marks possible. Every year, the Golf House of Tennessee sponsors a camp, and they have to have a written essay. And Glenn got some of the highest marks possible from his written essay, and he had to go in and explain it. And they was like, wow, we've never seen anybody that can do this. And the thing that I would tell parents is, don't look at us as a golfing organization. We are a life skills organization. There's two things I tell my coaches: be safe and have fun. And if we're safe and we're having fun, if kids fall in love with the game of golf, as you can see these two young gentlemen have, everything else itself. We have some things that are going on. On July the 18th, we're going to be at Southwind. We're going to have a tournament at Southwind. It's called the day after the British Open. The way we have funding and the way we're able to maintain our program is through givings and programmings that we do. So the opportunity to play Southwind on July the 18th is on a Monday, the day after the British Open. It's a great opportunity for you to be able to give, learn, and know something about the First Tee of Memphis. And we're excited to be here today, to be in your company, and to just let the people know that we think, right, that one of the best life skills program in Memphis, Tennessee just happened to be at 974 Firestone, and they just happened to call it the First Tee of Memphis. And if you're looking for a place to build character in your young people, if you're looking for a place to instill the word that I keep hearing and one that I love of our core values, perseverance, I can't think of a better place to be than here with us.
Well, it's about time to wrap, and we just want to tell you, Mr. Hawkins, thanks for everything that you do. Thanks for everything that First Tee of Memphis is doing. I would like to compliment the Hill brothers, Mr. Glenn and Mr. Grant, and congratulations to both of you for all that you've done. And as we close out, what I'd like to ask you to do for me, for my co-host, he is enrolled in First Tee of Memphis. Today was his first day, and to make sure that we don't run out of time, if you could just give him one word each that would really help him as we go along and as we close out. What would that be? One word from each of you.
I'm gonna take their word: perseverance.
Okay.
Judgment.
Okay.
Integrity.
All right. Well, Wesley, there you have it. Thank you very much for being my co-host today.
You're welcome.
And let's tell everybody to have a good day, and we'll look forward to seeing them again on the Best Of. So you've had Ricky Tucker and my co-host
Wesley Price
as my co-host, and we have been your host and co-host of the Best Of. Once again, our focus is on business, sports, entertainment, and the community, and we focused on First Tee of Memphis. Mr. Nyrone Hawkins, thanks for all that you do, sir.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, and don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to always focus on being your best. Thank you. This has been the Best Of.